Good morning. Stacy Thomas from Orchard Hills Church. I hope you're having a good morning. I want to talk to you about when the bottom drops out. You know, I was sitting watching the television while I was having dinner last night at a restaurant, and I just listened to the news. And I was going through all these things that it seems like the human situation is just falling apart like a mudslide in California, and you're just watching a house just careen right into the bottom, and nobody is able to stop it. I mean, you talked about the violence. You know, we got so many murders in this city, Chicago or Miami or whatever, and it seems like it's out of control. And then you look at the COVID. I was showing over in Marietta, the lines were 6 hours just to get the COVID test, and they've got there before dawn in order to get there. And I'm thinking, oh goodness gracious, this is accelerated up again, and all this is going on. And it just seems like we look to Washington or whatever, but there doesn't seem to be any answers there. And so we start wondering, you know, can we take this? I mean, are we going to be all right? I mean, what's going to happen to us? Or, I mean, what's going to be the end of all this? And so, you know, he's talking about here that when he says, now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. Now, I don't know what your personal situation is, but I can tell you from Jehoshaphat, they didn't get deliverance till things got terrible. Hezekiah, same thing, the Assyrians. We think about Elijah, 850 false prophets, him the only true prophet. And then we look over here at David facing Goliath. What do all those people have in common? It looked helpless, hopeless. Nobody could deliver them. It was as if God fine-tuned the situation in order for him to break through at the last moment with perfect deliverance, and he got all the glory. When these things begin to happen, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. God is on his way. What keeps us from doing that? Self-effort. We're going to do everything we can to make it happen ourselves. We're going to try. We're going to do all these things. But it's not until we stare into the blackness of the abyss that we see the light coming from Jesus Christ. He's coming. Until we dig into our pockets and find them empty, that we dig into the riches of Christ. Why is it that it has to be that way? It's because we so desperately try to pull it off ourselves. Why not say, okay, God, I can't do it without you. I don't have the strength. I don't have the capacity. I don't have what it takes. But you do. In you, I can be more than a conqueror through Christ that loved me. In you, I can succeed in a way that I never could succeed before. This is where God wants to take you. So when the bottom drops out, don't feel like it's hopeless. Don't feel like it's desperate. Don't feel like you've got to call this one, call that one, and all these other things that you need to do. Start to smile and say, you know what? The situation is getting right for God to intervene. I'm getting excited because God's going to get glory out of this thing. Maybe it's a terrible marriage. Maybe it's a terrible situation with your children. Maybe it's a terrible situation at work. Maybe it's just financial collapse. Maybe it's physical problems. But could it be it's getting worse and worse? So your redemption draws nigh. God is setting you up in order to deliver you in a way that blesses you and gives glory and honor to him. God bless you, and you have a great day.